Not too shabby, huh? It is May 15th, 2019. This is the beginning of my first camping trip of the year. My first time being in my kayak this year. And it's raining. The route today is Canoe Lake Access Point up through Potters Creek and Potters Lake into Brule Lake. Brule is a tiny little lake. It only has a couple of campsites. I believe it has a couple of cottages on it, but I'm not really too worked up about that. So, I'm paddling Potters Lake. Potters Lake is really just a wider part of Potters Creek. Kind of like Little Misty is really just a wider part of the Petawawa. The wind's directly against me. When I was back in the Narrows, it was a bit more work than I would have enjoyed. But now that it's wider, it's fine. My eye is driving me crazy. But just a couple of minutes ago was the first time I actually kind of stopped for a second and went, oh, I'm in Algonquin. For the first time since last August, I'm in Algonquin. Most travel days I fight with I'm just driven to get where I'm supposed to be, and sometimes most of the time that's to the detriment of my enjoyment of being here, because you know, I always enjoy being on my campsites, but the travel day sometimes is just so focused on go, 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 go. And right now I got a little annoyed because the wind was blowing me backwards. But I just don't stop sometimes to enjoy and to just kind of appreciate where I am. It's good to be back. Okay, so beginning of the last portage, and yes, it is a road. So the two long portages today turned out to be the two easiest ones. So can't ask for more than that, can you? And I am done portaging for the day. Ah, feels nice. Not too shabby, huh? I paddled past this site to check out the other one. Completely missed it. Kept paddling well past it, and finally realized I must be past it. So I turned around and came back. Saw it on my way back, and it was a dungeon. And then I was kind of kicking myself for all that extra work when I had seen this site on my way past it. You can't miss it, and it's beautiful. So I'm not entirely sure what I was thinking. In any case, I'm here, home, only for tonight. So far the nice day is holding up, but that's not supposed to continue. So I need to get my tent up at the very least while the weather's good. And the next most important step is going to go seeing if there's firewood off this site or if I need to get back in the boat. Well, one burger's cooked and is amazing. Oh, the other one I haven't put on yet. The fire burned down too low. It wouldn't have cooked. So I threw a couple logs in there. 2 burgers is always a stretch for me. I feel hungry after one, and then I struggle to finish the second one. And with this gap, I may not want it at all. But what do you do with raw burger, right? I'd have to go for a paddle and dump it in the middle of the lake or something. So I'm going to cook it, and I'm going to eat it, because I don't want to go back on the water. I have hot food. I have a beautiful view. I've got alcohol. What more could you want? Well, it's only 10 after 7, but nonetheless I'm in my tent, and I don't particularly want to leave. I'm tired. morning. It is my first morning in Algonquin Provincial Park in the year 2019, and it is an absolutely gorgeous day so far. Now that being said, it was cold last night. I was very reluctant to get out of my sleeping bag this morning. I'm breaking all kinds of habits this morning already. I normally get up early, go straight to breakfast, get packed up, get on the water. I like to get on the move. But it was so cold this morning that for a while I just wouldn't even get out of my sleeping bag. And then when I finally did get out, I decided that I really needed a fire, which the camera is sitting right beside, as am I. I never have a fire in the morning before I leave a campsite. I never have a fire in the morning, really, ever. I'm going to get my twig stove out, I'm going to get some water boiling, and I'm going to have some coffee and some oatmeal, and then I'll start thinking about packing up. So the route today involves 5 portages. I'm on Brule currently. I need to do a 175 to Rosswood, then a 1015 into Straight, then a 655 into McIntosh. Paddle across McIntosh, and a 510, and then a 745 into McIntosh Marsh. And at that point it's all paddling. Down McIntosh Marsh, down Grassy Bay, into White Trout, where I'm staying tonight. Nice. Well, I had to get within 100 feet of the campsite I intended to stay on before I finally realized it was occupied. So, my recollection of all the campsites further up on white trout are that they're all kind of blah. But it is what it is. And yeah, we'll see what we can find. So I would say this campsite doesn't get used all that often. It certainly hasn't been used this year. There's pine needles in the dry pine needles in the fire pit. But it's actually really nice. I mean, there's more tent pads up the hill, but for me and my little one-person tent, I'm going to set up right here, right by the water's edge. Check out the view. There's a big chunk of Canadian Shield around the corner. I haven't even gone over to check it out yet. I literally just got out of my kayak almost. I did a quick walk up the hill to make sure there wasn't a tent up there. But yeah, this is really nice. I'm going to have sun for a few hours yet. I've got this open grassy area to sit out and enjoy my day. Right at the edge of the water. This is perfect. This is perfect. I'm really happy with this site. And I'm also really hungry, and I'm also really thirsty. So I'm going to pump water, eat some snacks, have some water, and then have some water with some other things mixed in it. Not a bad day. Not a bad day. I gotta find out what time it is. I have no idea. Okay, so I've been on this site for maybe, I don't know, an hour and a half. Forgive the mess. I haven't really gotten organized yet. I've still got stuff lying around. My tent's set up. I'm having a drink. I fetched some firewood. And I found the Thunderbox. It's brand new. It's very nice. I would recommend it. And I think I'm going to finally go up this trail and see what it's like up at the top of that Canadian Shield. I haven't been up there yet, so let's go. If I can get over this thing. Not too shabby. I feel kind of like the boy who cried wolf after scrambling like crazy yesterday to get prepared for rain that never came. But the wind just picked up. The sky looks darker to the west. Well, I don't want to say that I was hoping for rain, but at least I feel better about putting out the tarp. So the wind shifted just enough that I was getting, my pants were getting a few droplets of water on them, and this is the only pair of pants I have, so I'd rather keep them dry. You know, and the wind was picking up enough that I was actually getting a little bit chilly, so I figured, why not crawl into the tent, enjoy the sound of the rain, crawl into the sleeping bag, and wait it out. If it doesn't stop raining, I'm going to have to get back out at some point. If for no other reason, then I'm going to have to hang my Ursack, which is currently in one of the hatches of my kayak. And my kayak is a foot from my tent, so I would not feel comfortable leaving it there overnight. But for now, I'm going to take off my rain jacket and crawl into my sleeping bag and keep reading and listen to the rain. Just stopped raining for the first time in, I don't know, probably 2.5, 3 hours. It's about 7, quarter after 7, I think. So because the rain stopped, I got dressed quickly and ran out and hung up the Ursack. I'm going to crawl into my tent, and I will not be coming out again this evening unless I have to be, and maybe not even then. Yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. Even the rain was nice. For now, I will say good night and see you in the morning.